Oh, this is gonna hurt me really bad. Oh, I don't want to do it. The bees are not happy. Hey, so we've got another fall container for you. It hurt me so much to remove those plants because they were doing so well, especially that playing the blues. I know I talk about it in every video, but man, it hurt me to cut that. Those were 3 branches of one plant that just did amazingly, and the bees were just loving it. They're still swarming, kind of mad at me, but we've got our fall plants. We've got to get them in and get them ready to go for the winter. So let me show you what I've got here. We're planting this a little bit different than normal. Now, one, I left the playing the blues in the ground. It's in the center of the container, and I'm going to avoid that area. The reason for that is because sometimes these will return for us. So this may grow back next year if we have a mild winter. So I'm going to leave it and just see what it does, just for that purpose. So in the back, I'm not going to do the centerpiece in the center because this container is viewed from this angle. So you're not able to see a centerpiece the way that you normally would. So I'm starting in the back with this dwarf Alberta spruce. This will give us winter interest the entire season. So I think this will be good for not only fall but winter as well. We have a purple fountain grass that I picked up that we're going to add in the back as well for some more fall interest and a little bit of that red color. This will die out when it frosts, but it will give us really good color for now. In the front, I'm doing 3 lemon coral sedums. 2, now these are listed as cabbage / kale. I'm pretty sure they're actually kale. I always call them cabbages, so whatever. They're ornamental, just ornamental purple cabbage is what I call them. So I've got 2 of those in the front. Then we're going to do our purple and blue, if you can see that there, a little difficult, purple and blue pansies. I'm going to sprinkle those throughout, and then I've got some, I didn't bring them over, let me grab them. I've got some pansies, or not pansies, I've got some violas that we're going to fill in with in the same color with the purple and white. So again, sticking with the purple thing down here at the driveway, we have our purple in the mailbox planter that we did a video on that as well if you want to go back and take a look at it if you haven't. I do have some ornamental peppers as well. I don't know if these are going to make it in. I love the purple, I don't like the red. So I don't know if these are going to make it in, but they may. We'll see as we go. So let's get these planted. Alright, so there we have it. This is our first container. We have our cabbages in the front, dead center. They are at an angle so that you can actually see them from the front. We've got lemon coral sedum here. I love the contrast of the bright green to the purple. Now these will die out, but they'll give us good color all the way through most of fall. I did reuse the purple that we had here. Now these will not last long at all. The lemon coral will grow over to cover, and the violas will actually cover in the rest. These, when they die out, the pansies will have taken over and will look really beautiful for the entire season. We've got our Alberta and our grasses here in the back. So these are going to fill in beautifully. The pansies, I think, are going to make a nice full arrangement here in the center as well, and that will cover where we left our Play in the Blues. So hopefully that'll grow back next year. So got one more to do, so let's head there now. Okay. This is gonna hurt me a lot. Oh, it's more. Empty, completely. We have sweet potatoes. Huge. So here is our last fall container for the season. Let me just tell you, I cannot believe that the flowers that were in here came out in one clump. That was a 1.5 feet, I think, of dirt. So when you put vistaed petunias in with a sweet potato vine, that's what you get. With the Fox Farm dirt, it does a great job. So that's pretty amazing. I hated pulling those out, but they won't last much longer. So it's time for them to go. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. I did some really different things in this that you probably will have noticed. Number one, these peppers, which I love the purple in these peppers and the white, the creamy white that's gonna go with our monochromatic theme here. I did plant them sideways. And the reason that I planted them sideways is because one, I wanted to see the peppers. They weren't tall enough. And two is because they won't last past frost. So once it frosts, they'll be gone. So I'm not concerned with their longevity or anything like that. So they'll be just fine planted that way. They will try to straighten up just a little bit, which means we'll see a little bit more of the pepper. So from the pepper, we have two different types of kale. Now this is more of a cabbagey type kale. I know I talked about it before. I call these cabbages. This gets a very white center and will get pretty large. This one as well, this is a kale. This is definitely a kale. This one gets white in the center as well. It is not yet, but it will, and it will get big and full in the center also. So that's gonna be our centerpiece there in the front. Another cabbage to the side, and in between those, I have these beautiful white pansies. Again, this is a monochromatic theme. I'm going with all tones of white and cream. So this has white with a very pretty yellow center. We have our variegated ivy with another pepper plant. In the center, I filled the center with violas. Again, white with that yellow center. Want the same theme, but these will give us a different size and texture, with more pansies as well. And then in the back, I planted this one as well with the centerpiece in the back of the container rather than in the very center. And again, just like with our other container at the bottom of the driveway, it doesn't get seen from all sides. We only see this from the front. That's it. So we wanted these in the back. Now here I have a beautiful cream colored off-white coneflower, and these are perennial here. So I'll pop these out in the spring. I think they'll overwinter just fine in this container. I'll pop them out in the spring, and then we'll have some beautiful color to put in the landscape. Another purple fountain grass to bring us that purple element for the fall. And then all of these, minus the peppers and the grass and the coneflower, will die out. These will die out. But everything else, the pansies, the violas, all the kale and cabbages, and the ivy will last through the entire winter. So once these bulk up in the center, they'll be our new centerpiece once these die back. And we'll be enjoying that beautiful color throughout the entire season. So really excited for this container. I think it turned out really, really well. I hope you enjoyed it also. So these are the last two fall containers that we're doing. We're heading into our Christmas trees here very soon. We're gonna be starting to decorate probably in the next 2 weeks. We want to have those out for you in November, so be prepared for those. But in the meantime, please give us a subscribe if you like this content today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.